Hi guys, if you are building a business or if you're thinking of starting a business, then this one piece of advice can change your entire game and take it to the next level. Sell to the rich people. Now, I'm someone who has built multiple businesses. I run an Airbnb business. I have sold digital products. I've also helped build businesses working with Akshat Srivastav. So I have a ton of experience. And this one lesson that I learned throughout my journey till now is that this simple advice of who your target audience is can be a game changer if you understand the psychology and the mechanics behind selling. Okay, now I know that you might be thinking that this advice sounds so elitist. I understand that it might seem harsh, but it actually holds true. There's a difference that I observed between a $100 client versus a $10,000 client, and it's how they view the money that they're putting to get your service, to get your product. Well, a $100 client is always looking to make the most of the money that they are giving you. These people, they usually have a visceral need of money and they want to maximize on the return of every dollar that they have invested. Whereas the rich people, the $10,000 client, they operate with a complete different mindset. Now, you have to understand that when you're running a business, any kind of business, whether it's operation business, service providing business, or it's Airbnb, or it's giving courses, or whatever it is, there are operations that you have to manage. And when you are managing those operations, there comes the stress. You need to look at the value that you're providing to the customers. And most importantly, you need to hold accountability for whatever you are selling to them, whether it's a service or whether it's as simple as an ebook. And if you do it for an audience who inherently don't have a lot of money, who are hesitant to spend money, then you need to hit that volume game to make the numbers of your business work. And to be very frank, hitting that volume is hard if you don't have any special leverage. Maybe it's like acquiring luxury property to target the luxury segment of audience, or B, if you are not an extraordinary operator with already a brand name established in the market, and C, you don't have a stickiness in your product. That is, people can anytime turn away from your product if they find a better quality or if they find a cheaper product somewhere else. But the effort that would be required from your end to run these type of businesses would also be kind of similar to what you would do if you're selling to the rich. If not similar, I would actually go on a leg and say it can be harder also to do the volume game, to be honest. For example, if we talk about Airbnb only, now I have some mid-tier properties and I've also hosted with some luxury properties. The kind of work which both the properties required, the standard of procedure that had to be followed is more or less similar for both these properties. You still have to focus on marketing, you still have to position your property well, you still have to answer the guest queries. And in my experience, if you're able to manage costs well, if you're able to position your business well, then the margins can actually be higher if you're selling to the rich. So it's not like if you're selling to the rich, the workload would be increased. And a very important point that most of the people, which I also missed out in the start, was that the quality of interaction that you have with the clients when you're selling to the rich is starkly different than if you're doing some average business. Okay, so rich people buy for three reasons: status, convenience, and exclusivity. And you need to understand the psyche behind why they go for what they go for. Firstly is status. Now, whenever a rich person buys something, they have this idea that buying that thing or taking service from that thing will give them a status in the environment that they live in. Maybe it's a bag that they're getting, or maybe it's a house they are getting, or maybe they're partnering with a certain firm. Most of them, they are looking for status which makes them feel important. They are looking for something premium, they are looking for something extraordinary, or something which sets them apart from the rest of the crowd. This is what it is. This is how they operate. So if you're selling to the rich, you need to make them feel exclusive. Second, convenience. Rich people value time. For them, time is equal to money. So a rich person would always go for premium service which provides efficient resolutions, which has hassle-free experience. Think about stays like Postcard or Stay Vista or Saffron Stays. What do they actually do is they don't only give people to book a place, they provide a whole experience. They have butler service, they might also have transportation service. It depends on which kind of company gives what. So you need to think from that angle, that if you are selling a product, what other ancillary demands can come with it. And if you cater to them too, then you're not selling just a product or just a simple stay. You're providing a whole experience, and rich people value that. And third is exclusivity. Like I mentioned in the previous point also, that rich people like to feel important. Think about golf clubs, or think about VIP lounges, or think about that community where only people with certain wealth can have access. Now this gives a feeling of importance, this gives feeling of special treatment to them, and it is really fascinating. We can think of it as elitist, we can judge them, we can hate them, or we can understand the psyche and make money for ourselves with them. Your choice. Also, when you start selling to rich people, the way you operate also changes. Your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. It's no longer about competing on prices or competing on who will get the most clients. You're instead focused on your game, how you can level up, how can you make the whole package better for your customers. Instead of looking for 10,000 customers, you are fine with only a few handpicked ones who see the value in you. And if you're able to perform well here, if you're able to win trust of people, your brand perception completely shifts. People start associating you with quality and authority. Even Akshat's courses attract serious students because the price filters commitment. People perceive value before they even sign up, making marketing easier and positioning stronger. And to be honest, we don't even market that much, we don't even do paid ads or anything, because the students' experience is great itself and they bring in more students. The same we can see playing out with these big hotels like St. Regis or Taj or Mercure or any kind of big brands that you see. It's the same thing. Your whole brand perception changes once you start selling to the rich people. So here is the takeaway. The effort to serve a product to any client in any tier is more or less the same. But the brand that you build, the clients that you have, the payoff that you get, that can be hugely different depending on which tier you are serving. Rich people, they are not harder to sell to. In fact, it can actually be easier to sell to rich people. However, they go for different things and think about things differently. So the work that you are required to put in would also be different. So if you want the same effort to yield outsized results, then pivot your business or side hustles to clients who genuinely appreciate your value, whether it's in real estate or whether it's in e-products or whether it's in education. The market is full of people who want more and are happy to pay for it. Focus on them and your business will never look the same again. I hope you found this video to be interesting. Give it a like and I'll see you on the next one.